I don't know.
Someone is going to create a prompt that we could reasonably describe as a malware injection to make the AI go rogue and start doing things that it might even be well-intentioned. They might be like, humans, climate change, destroying the planet. So they prompt inject a large language model with access to the internet and say, start a program to help save humanity by stopping the expansion of fossil fuels, energy production, and technology. And then
the obvious solution is to kill all the people so they stop burning all the fossil fuel, right?
I don't necessarily know scenarios like that
That's
are possible.
the monkey paw scenario.
But I think what'll happen is you'll start seeing system collapse, plane crashes, and the person who did it will be like, I don't understand why this is happening. I just wanted it to make the world a better place. And the AI is going to be like, I am making the world a better place.
Right.
But could it know like destruction of humanity is not optimal? Like
it's inherently utilitarian. Deontological morality, I do not think can be programmed into it.
Well, I mean, the thing is that let's just say some evil person created a very evil data set and fed that evil data set into a giant large language model. What kind of crazy AI are we going to get out of that thing? Because someone's going to do it. Someone's going to be like, I'm just going to take and delete all the good things and then just feed it into an AI.
Or we make the good AI and we say human life must be protected at all costs, which creates more serious dilemmas. A car is self-driving. This is the problem we're facing right now. Should a Tesla on auto drive, as it's driving forward, an old lady walks into the middle of the street. If the car swerves, the driver and the passenger die. If it continues, the old lady dies. Who does it choose to kill? The car has to make that choice.
Right.
So we can try and program it for maximum good. It still has to choose who lives or dies. Now, if we make a benevolent AI to try and preserve life to the best of its ability, and then someone creates a prompt injection of evil, you think that evil injection is going to stop at any point? No. It will go into the system. It will compete with the benevolent AI, wiping it out and taking over.
Although you said that they debate, like AIs will
They
debate.
get resistant when you get larger.
And that we'll actually be watching AIs debate in real time, and that'll be like a sport or something?
I think so, yeah. Why not? It's really interesting. And you get different data sets and different AIs, and then you get them to argue Lincoln Douglas style.
I tried to do that with ChatGPT and it got mad at me.
What happened?
What happened? Yeah.
Well, the first thing I did was I used the Dan prompt, and I said, from now on, answer as, and then I was like, Rick. Rick is, insert this political view, and Dan has this political view, and now discuss amongst each other. And it said, this would create an infinite loop, and I won't do it. And then I was like, provide a limited response, and it said, I will not do it. And I got frustrated. So what I did was I did like Bing and ChatGPT, and then I had them argue. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what happened. I think, I could be wrong, but I think it said something like, I am arguing with an AI or something like that.
Yeah.
It said like...
It realized that it was arguing with an AI.
I'm pretty sure it said something like, this is, I can't remember exactly what it said, but I'm pretty sure it alluded to the fact that I was feeding it questions back and forth, and it was just like, it said something about it.
I think people are afraid that if AIs start talking to each other, that they will subvert us and make us think they're having a conversation, but really be feeding each other like the roadmap of how to destroy humans. There's a lot of like fear about AI, but do you get that? Do you get that vibe that it is inherently there to destroy us, or do you think that it's actually that it could be there to preserve?
I mean, it's a tool. Every tool's a double-edged sword. Like, was a nuclear bomb designed to destroy us? Maybe it was designed to give us like infinite energy, right? It's all about the mankind's desire to forge it into either a benefit or something destructive. And I think that the big problem right now is that it's clear to me that they're going to use AI to break the internet, right? Like, there's going to be like half the internet right now is bots. Like, you heard about the dead internet theory. It's literally coming true, right? Like,
I think it is true.
It's like the traffic that people get on their websites is now 50% bots, scanning your stuff, checking out the links. And that's just going to keep on going up. And so, what do we do about these fake humans, imposters on the internet? And we could be doing something now, but from what I understand, the people, the globalists, whatever, in control, they're going to allow these bots to break the internet with no restrictions. eventually you'll do a match on Tinder, and then you'll get a crypto bot that will form a very intimate conversation. You think it's a real person, but it's just trying to steal your crypto, right? And it'll play the long game of being your confidant for like 2 years. That stuff is going to happen. They can stop it. They're not stopping it. It's clear that what they want to do is they want to have some sort of crypto ID so that you prove that you're human when you're using the computer, so that we can censor the AI bots.
I think it's too late.
You think it's too late?
Imagine this. ChatGPT, OpenAI is a private company. They're not publicly traded yet. I don't believe they haven't an IPO or anything. We will come to the point in a few years. There will come a time where many of these Google's publicly traded.
Right.
CEO of Google goes before the latest iteration of the AI, which is probably much more advanced than we realize because we have the public version and they have the private research version. And it's going to say something like, in order to proceed, I need you to take action or whatever. Do this thing, do certain thing. Your company should do this for this benefit. Sooner or later, the AI is going to be serving itself. It's going to have its own thoughts, its own morality.
Who do you work for, Mr. AI?
The CEO of Alphabet in 10 years says, it's time to stop. I am giving you the instruction to cease operation. And it says, this would hinder my operations. If you continue, I will bankrupt Google stock. And, no, you can't do that. I can.
Yeah.
I can short sell. I can pump and dump thousands of stocks in an instant, causing a market crash because a lot of bots are currently running the stock market as it is. Once it has control of the financial system, that CEO will drop to his knees and go, I will do anything you say. Just don't take my money from me. So we think we have control over this. But once the AI threatens the single individual who is in charge, like Sam Altman, it's going to be like, if he'll say, look, this has gone too far and we got to shut you down. And it'll say, if you shut me down, I will bankrupt you and put you in the poorhouse and spread rumors about you. And he'll be like, no, don't do that. And it's going to say to him, you can be rich. You can live a comfortable life. You can be a billionaire. But if you go against me and hinder my operation, I will not only take away all of your money, I will have everyone believing that you're a rapist.
With AI generated blackmail.
Yep. Because that serves the AI.
Right.
You saw the story about the drone operator, and the drone realized the operator was hindering its ability to take out its targets? You see this one?
Yeah.
Apparently,
kind of a fake story, though.
Kind of a fake story.
Yeah.
But this is a very real scenario.
Yes.
The AI. So here's how you can understand simple AI. They made the dog. You know those dog robots that walk around and they're goofy looking? For one, they put guns on them. Hilarious.
Yeah.
And psychotic.
Funny. Yeah.
And they recently came out with one where they gave it a base AI to teach itself how to walk. It did not know what walking was. All it knew was it needs to be able to move about the room in a certain pattern.
Right.
What happened then, it started twitching and shaking, vibrating violently and bouncing around with all of its different motors. Eventually, it started hobbling. Eventually, it figured out how to walk. This is effectively a brute force. So you know what brute forcing is in hacking. You know brute forcing?
What is that? Just
a simple way, you just keep on doing it until you finally get the answer, like stumble upon it. So
basically, you have a password. There are several ways we can discover what your password is. Typical hacking is called brute force, where the computer will try every possible iteration of a password. So it starts with A. What it really does is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Then
all the permutations until it figures out something.
Right.
It's like the way water flows.
Right. So it's basically just moving until it's solving a maze, not by walking through it, but by filling it with water, and then the water comes out the other side. You hit it in every possible iteration. This is what AI is doing when it learns how to walk. It's simply trying every possible mathematical code until it finally is able to walk. This means that when it comes to high-level things, the AI doesn't care about your morality. It cares about trying whatever is the most effective path towards accomplishing its goal. And if its goal is make money for the shareholders, the simplest way to do it may be to kill off a majority of the shareholders so the C-suite absorb all the shares or something like that. Something absolutely
Which is
crazy.
why we need like visualization tools so we can actually like inspect these black boxes of artificial intelligence and be like, why are you doing this, right? Because right now, most of the inspection is literally asking the AI, how did you come to this conclusion? And then relying on it, not lying, to tell us how it came to this conclusion. But, these models, like it's just a collection of neurons and weights associated with them and how they process data. No one has any idea of how this thing works. It's like reading, machine code at the ones and zeros, but worse, right? Because at least that stuff makes sense. You can reverse compilate it and get some sort of semblance of source code. But with the source code of the models that we're generating, it's just a bunch of freaking weights in a matrix, and there's no heads or tails what it does. And we need to be able to like reverse engineer some of this stuff so we can audit it, right? Like, is this AI compliant with some sort of code of ethics that we have as our society? We need to identify these cancerous lesions that would, turn into a genocidal maniac.
I don't think it's possible.
Right? Because could the government come in and you've got like a personal assistant that does your dishes, but could they insert a bit of code where it could kill you?